Hello everyone. I recently installed a server for a client who has a small business. I use this HPE microserver Gen10. It's a very neat little server. The front panel comes off easily, and once you open that up, you can see that you can populate up to 4 hard drives, 3.5-inch hard drives, in this little server. In the picture, there are 2 already populated, and you still have 2 slots left. So, and I also set up RAID array for this client, so that say if one hard drive goes down, the system can keep going, doesn't have to be shut off. And it's a little bit tricky. It's more difficult than I thought, but I figured out how to do it. And hopefully this video can save you a little bit of money and a lot bit of time, because it took me a couple hours to figure out how to set it up. So let's get to it. So the first step would be going into the BIOS. Once you power up the system, you'll be greeted to the screen, and on the upper left corner, you'll see the instructions. Press F2 or delete to enter setup, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to press F2 and enter the BIOS. Once we're inside the BIOS, press the right arrow and go to the Advanced tab. Go down to Boot option and press Enter. This is a very important step. Change the boot mode from UEFI to Legacy. Now save and exit. So pay attention to this page. As soon as you hit save and exit, you'll be brought to this screen, which only lasts for like half a second. So as soon as you see it, press Ctrl M so that we can enter the next step. Now we're inside the Marvel BIOS setup, and you can see I have 2 virtual disks. One's called backup, and the other one's called OS array. And I have no free physical disks. So the 2 virtual disks are 2 arrays, and I'm going to select the first one called backup. I'm going to delete it, and I'm doing things a little bit of backwards, but you guys will see why in a second. It's going to ask you twice if you really want to delete this virtual disk, so press Y twice. Now the change is made, and you can see we went from 2 arrays, one called backup, the other one called OS array, to 1 array, which is the OS, and 2 free physical disks. So we deleted 1 array and freed up 2 physical hard drives. Go back to the top, hit enter, and launch configuration wizard. Now we can set up a new array. First we need to select the disks we're going to use in the new array. So press space to select the hard drive, and once you select it, you'll see a star, an asterisk in front of that disk. Select both free disks and hit enter. Now we see the options for our RAID array. We're going to select the RAID 1, and you can change the stripe size if you want to. I left it at default, and also you can change the name. I changed it from default to backup. Hit next. It will ask us, do you want to create this virtual disk? Yes, we do. Press F10 and exit the Marvel BIOS. You'll be brought to this screen and press Ctrl S. Then hit escape. Now we're back to this familiar screen, and same procedure with step 1. Press F2, go into the BIOS. Change legacy back to UEFI and save and exit. Now we don't touch anything and let it boot into Windows. Now we're all set on the BIOS level. We're in Windows. So go to disk management by simply type into disk manage in the search bar. Will bring us to disk management, and you can see we have 2 disks. The first one is the OS array with 1 terabyte of capacity. The other one is the second array we just set up, which is not initialized. And you see it here too. we only have one disk being recognized. It's very simple. Right click on disk 0 and hit initialize disk, and press OK for the next step. It will be asking you what kind of partition style that you want. Choose either one and click OK. And the last step will be to create a new simple volume. So again, right click, new simple volume, and just click next all the way. And the new drive will be partitioned, and it will show up along the OS, the other hard drive. So that's it. Thank you for watching.